Welcome back, 9 Over Par family. We are here at Rolling Meadows Golf Club. We are excited. This is our first episode with our very first guest. Super excited about him. As we get into the show, we will let him introduce himself a little bit more, but Greg Gantt, Athletic Director of Hilliard City Schools, welcome to the channel.
Hey, happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Hey man, good to meet you.
Absolutely. Excited. All right.
So we're gonna do a nine, you already know how we do. 9 holes, 9 questions. We're gonna do a scramble, and let's get to it.
Nice shot. When you were growing up, thinking about what you wanted to be, what you wanted to do, what'd you have in mind?
Yeah, man. Naturally, like all kids, I just knew I was going to the NBA. I was a decent basketball player. Didn't end up playing in college like I had planned. From college, the thought process was to get into coaching, and I started off in coaching. I got my sports management degree from Bowling Green State University. Moved down here and became a coach over at Harvest Prep, won states there. And from there, moved on to athletic administration. So I think I'm living the dream. I just didn't realize what the dream was fully.
And now you're at, is it Hilliard Davidson, right?
Yes, sir.
So that's my part of town.
Okay.
You know that?
Yeah.
I live in Hilliard, so
Okay.
that's my spot. Very good sports all kinds of great programs. They always have had a great football team.
Yep.
All right, well, we're at hole number 1. It was it's a par 5, and thanks to Dr. Mitchell's tee shot here, just about 100 yards left for this next shot.
So Greg, question for you. Who was it or what was it that gave you that spark to, I can be an educator?
Yeah, man, I honestly fell into education. I went to college for sports management, so I knew I wanted to work in athletics. My father passed in 2018, and it just put life in perspective of what am I doing with my time? I know I want to be doing something more productive than just working a job. I was trying to get into coaching. I was coaching AAU, and a competitor came up to me and was like, "Hey, who do you coach for?" I said, "No one. I'm trying to get in down here, and nobody's giving me a shot." Shout out my guy, Quentin Naden. And he said, "Hey, would you coach freshmen?" I said, "Absolutely." So I got an interview at Harvest Prep for a freshman job. From that, he said, "What do you do for a living?" I said, "Man, I'm trying to get into substitute teaching."
Yeah.
Do that process. And he said, "You got a college degree?" I was like, "Absolutely." He said, "Well, if you would be a PE teacher, I can talk to the building for you about that as well." So one opportunity of freshman basketball turned into PE teacher and basketball coach, and kind of the rest is history. I fell into it.
And see, that's important for you guys to realize, especially you kids out there, your net worth is your network. And so when you meet people, stay professional, you meet people and you do the right thing, people will help put you in the right position, and then your passion will show. And so we appreciate you being an educator.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
it right there in front of that tree.
Hopefully they don't hit me. Hopefully I don't get fired. 2 goals for today.
Watch out! Hit the deck!
Yeah. Get a good bounce.
Oh, that's it. Go. That's it right there. We got a couple par putts.
There we go.
Get it.
Used to be a hooper. So what's like one of the hardest things about transitioning from being an athlete, being a hooper, to now not being able to hoop, but you're still involved, you're coaching? Like, talk a little bit about that transition.
Man, I think the hardest struggle has been how we take it serious, right? Sports, when we were former athletes, really being bought in and really giving it our all. The adjustment is like dealing with parents that are part-time with the sport, dealing with coaches. I always tell my coaches, like, your coaching job is part-time, my AD job is full-time.
Yeah.
So the way that I look at it is a lot different. So I think that's probably been the biggest curveball, is just the amount of work ethic and seriousness I give something, others don't always give it.
Yeah, I have a conversation a lot with principals and teachers, and they often say, you know, I can't want this more than my students. But that's the challenge, because we've been there, we've lived it, and so we know what it takes to be great. But that's our challenge, to instill that and teach them, like, it's not just showing up. It's not enough just to show up. So that's good stuff.
No, absolutely.
Should have had some wind help now.
Well, because that theory of like me putting it in play and then you hitting it once more ain't working. But all right, I'm gonna try to use Dr. Mitchell's head cover drill. Imagine those since I lost my head cover, I guess I'll try your head cover drill. I left my head cover on the first tee. It's never a good start. That's how rushed we were. But I'm gonna try to use that head cover drill that Dr. Mitchell featured in one of our other shorts here. So try to make it go in to out and let it ride. She rode right into the pond.
Swing.
Jeez, that is the
Swung the right way.
monster drive. Had it outdone the last outing. This man I think that ball went 350 right there. We'll see. That thing was a high draw, wind helping right down the right side of the fairway. Smacked. Went a little bit farther than mine. I think we'll use yours. I think we'll play yours. God, the shame that I feel.
35, 40.
What did I predict? I predicted you hit it 350. So how far did it go?
So 435, we got 80 yards in. So it's about 350.
Absolutely absurd. This man who just started golfing 2 years ago. You've been golfing your whole life.
Chunky. Great distance. Yeah. Get up. All right, we got a birdie look.
One cup out to the right here for the bird to get us back to even. How do you feel about the show so far, about today's round? You having a good time?
Oh man, the show is amazing. Like, this is a super cool thing. I feel like more of this needs to happen, right? Educators talking about our lens of thinking and what we see, and also being honest about what we see. So this is super cool. Congratulations to you all for this.
Yeah, man, thank you. So, so you're athletic director in Hilliard. What's like one of the biggest misconceptions that people might have about athletic directors?
Oh man, that we control things, right? So I'll have families reach out about playing styles, coaching styles, right? Offenses, defenses, rotations, right? And the biggest thing is believing that we, the athletic director, can tell the coach comfortably who to play, when to play, why to play. I take a different approach to it, right? I ask a lot of questions. So I do have those conversations with my coaches, but not from a in my position role, from me being a fan of theirs.
Right.
I'm just trying to understand their minds and how they're trying to approach different games and strategies. So I think parents often believe that we control that, and we definitely do not.
And you want to let them lead and use their own coaching style, and you put coaches in those jobs that are the best fit for that, for the program and for the kids, but you're not in charge of all the little decisions that get made and who plays and who, that sort of thing. So,
yeah, the nuances. I tell all my coaches, we have staff meetings and stuff, and I always tell them, like, conversations I'll never have is your coaching style, your coaching philosophy, your rotations. A parent can come to me with that, and I'll say, I appreciate your feedback.
Yes.
However, I'll tell that parent equally, we leave it up to our coaches to make the best decisions, and we give them the support to do so. So, letting them be their own rulers of their world.
I like that. It's, I like to say, everybody's heard, but not everybody gets what you want.
Correct.
So, sounds good. Well, hey, man, look, we got a long hole coming up, so let's try to get a birdie. Right now we're 1 over. We're not 9 over, but we're 1 over, and this is a hole right here that we can get one back on, so let's do it. Let's do it. Got some down soft. Great shot, Greg.
Yes, sir, Greg.
Look at that.
Ooh,
Great shot.
ooh-wee. Get better as a player.
Oh, yeah.
Princess, you get that one?
Got it.
Oops.
That might be better than the last one.
That's gonna be my best one right there.
I can't wait to see after this to see if y'all fire me.
Go. See. Goodness gracious.
Wowzers.
No, I don't know that I want you following me anymore.
I think that's our shot.
It hasn't rained out here today.
No, I love it, man. That's funny. The first time I met Mel, didn't realize he's from Akron too, right?
Yeah.
And so we get to talking, and we realize we're from the same city, and we started talking basketball. And so I was like, man, when I was playing, I had some tough competition. Well, one of the
up in Akron area, that's a good basketball area, man. So I hear there's somebody that's from there.
So from the area, right? Might have a local guy, right? And so I'm telling Mel, and I'm like, hey, man, you didn't have to play what I had to play against, man. I had, Pac-Man. Pac-Man was 2-time City Player of the Year. He said, you know who did it first? No, he was like, me. I was like, oh,
yeah, man. He's got all kinds of cool stuff in his office from his basketball days, man.
He was a hooper, man. He was a hooper. When I hooped with him, I was like, oh yeah, never mind.
And now look at him. He's out here hitting 300-yard bombs all day long, creating a golf TV show, doing good stuff in the community, man. And he's a good dude.
Yes, he is.
Except when I'm playing against him, it kind of me off because I've been playing golf half his life, half of my life, and here he is, out driving me by 50 yards. So, hey, but that's all right, man. Well, like I said in the first show, I like to see everybody be successful. He asked me if I ever been to the memorial tournament, you know, because we live here. And I went, the first time I went with my dad and my wife, Jackie. And we went, we were there all day. I walked about 12 miles up and down all the hills. And at the end of the round, Tiger was playing, and he ended up like maybe 5th place or something like that. And his round was over. He came out to sign autographs right where I was. And so I had a golf ball in my pocket. So I go up, and he comes out, and he says, hey, you got 10 minutes. I'm going to sign as many autographs as I can in 10 minutes. So I walk up, I got my golf ball, I'm waiting there, I'm right in the front. They put this rope right in front of me. So he comes out, he's walking down and signing all these autographs. I'm holding my ball, I'm all excited, you know. And it's a Nike ball and everything. And he comes right to me, and I reach out to hand it to him, and the security guy says, he don't sign golf balls. And I go, I've been fucking standing here for 10 minutes. You could have told me that 9 minutes ago. I could have took my hat off or some shit. And so Tiger looked at me and kind of shook his head and walked away. And I never got his autograph. And then my dad said I had a poopy diaper on the rest of the day.
Hey, so, you know, representation is always a big topic of conversation. And, you know, as Black men, we only make up 1 to 2% of K-12 educators. So talk a little bit about, you know, just kind of how you feel about, you know, being a Black man and being in education and representation.
Man, it's one thing I'll say is, so I'm in the OCC, right? I think representation is changing. It hasn't always looked like it looks currently. And I think as a different generation just gets to a point of retirement, that it'll continue to look differently. One thing that I can say always, again, I was at Harvest Prep in a different conference, and then I've coached in rural divisions and conferences, and now I'm in a suburban conference. Representation matters because your perspective is everything. I think my counterparts in the OCC would say good things about me and the opinions that I bring and the transparency that I bring, because I'm a fighter for my school and my people, but equally I'm a fighter for what's best in athletics. And even if it's not best for my school, if it's best for the greater good, I'm somebody that can buy into that.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a norm in athletics because it's very competitive and it's thinking of only your school situation. But I think representation is everything. Of the other minorities in the division, I have a great rapport with, and you know, we talk a lot and I brainstorm with them. And even for non-minorities, I have a lot of great resources in the OCC of other ADs that have opened their arms of receiving me and being honest with me. And I think what Central Ohio looks like with all the growth and development is going to be a lot night and day in 15, 20 years. So I think the makeup of minorities will look a lot different. But it is everything.
It's everything. It's everything.
Really narrow down there.
Nice. Real nice.
Matt. Like a damn professional. That was beautiful, my friend. Nice high draw right in the middle. Yeah, very nice.
Oh. That'd have been great distance. That'd have been great for distance.
When people think about high school sports and how do you look at that? I did you wrong, didn't I? Well, it broke left just later. It's just you got too much muscle. Other than the wins and losses, which obviously is important, what does success look like to you as far as your program?
Man, I'm probably a little bit unfair to my coaches because I'm demanding. Oh, that's a great shot, though. Success for me, obviously, like you said, the wins and losses isn't obvious. However, I'm big on being present, showing up for kids. So I equally care about, I care more about the kids' experience in that, are they having fun? Are they enjoying what they're doing? or is the sport of misery?
Yep.
So the experience is more important, but I believe sports are a tool. So kids should be learning adversity. They should be learning uncomfortability. They should be learning exposure through the sport, right? So like I challenge coaches to give experiences, right? Go see that college campus, right? Take them on that team bonding event, put them through the firefighters workout, the military workouts, because that's a career avenue, right? I think the sport is one thing of it, but the connection to everything else in life is more important. So, you know, their experience and their enjoyment is pretty major for me.
I feel like, you know, people lose sight of that. What are you learning about life in sports, man? I told you I played baseball, and I just learned a lot about dealing with adversity, and I was on a team that was 0-16 one year.
Okay.
Whew, you learn a lot about life going 0-16, you know, and
Right?
I used to teach at Ohio State and stuff, and it was, you know, 20 to 22-year-olds, and I remember every semester I'd have at least one student that would just turn in this trash work. Like they didn't put any effort into it. And when they got the grade back, it was my fault. It was I didn't teach it well enough, or
What was me?
I didn't give the right instructions, or whatever. And it's just, you gotta learn how to take accountability and take responsibility. And I think that's something I learned a lot just playing sports. And I just think it's overlooked a lot, you know.
It is.
And you're evaluated based on your record.
Correct.
And there's no evaluation of how you develop in the young men and women. So we appreciate you, man. We appreciate it.
That. I tell our coaches, winning is a byproduct of doing the right things, right? So like one thing I'm big on is check-ins, right? So I tell my coaches, check the weather, right? When your athletes are coming around, check the weather. Ask them, if you were the weather person, what are you? Are you sunny? Are you foggy? Are you cloudy? What is it, right? Because one, you can't be well in a sport if you're not well emotionally, mentally, right? So like our coaches should have a certain level of understanding, like, hey, this kid is going through something. Where I normally would push them, I'm going to be more understanding in them, right?
Yep.
So I tell our coaches, like, winning is a byproduct of doing the right things, and doing the right things is being present as a person first.
Come on, baby.
Sit on top of it.
7. I just realized, if you pan down, that I don't have my damn golf shoes on. I got my I left my golf shoes in the car. So I'm gonna use that as my excuse of why we're 1 over. Because I don't have the equipment necessary to play this game. Not only that, I got 2 pairs of golf shoes in the car.
Come on. And then you
I damn near hold out with my regular shoes on.
complain about tap in pod. All right, G, what's one thing, this is just one, because I know it's many, but what's one thing you wish parents understood about youth sports?
Man, there is many. One thing, it costs. It costs. I think too many times people think that the bare minimum is enough, not realizing that sports now have grown and evolved into a cost. One private owner, he's a strength and conditioning guy, works with high-level, high school, college, and pro athletes. And he was just talking about the cost that it takes to get to the opportunity at NIL, and the difference of those that choose to take on the cost of paying for nutrition, paying for strength and conditioning, paying for private trainer, and the likelihood for them versus the person that just does the bare minimum.
Yeah.
So I think in youth sports, there's a opinion that like, my 8-year-old doesn't need $100 situation of training. When in reality, it's like, do they need it for the now? No. but do they need it for the future? Yes.
And that's so interesting because growing up,
Yeah.
our training was going to the park.
Figuring it out.
You going to the park. I mean, it wasn't a ton of, I'm learning all these drills. It's we're playing and we're competing.
Yep.
But now you go to parks, they're empty. And so the training aspect does make a lot of sense now because you're not getting that competitive, 5-on-5 or football just out in the field playing tag or keep it.
Trial and error.
Yeah,
right?
that's not there
Learning by
anymore. So
experience.
that does make a lot of sense.
At least every time with you, I've at least lost one ball. And there's not a lot of room down there, and you got to really kind of hit a little bit of a fade around this tree.
Damn.
Our photographer is laughing at the putt. Seems inappropriate. So we had somebody ask an educator segment on a previous show. What's one thing you could recommend to a high school athlete that's looking to go to college or looking to move on to the next step in life? What's one thing that they should really prepare for that life's going to throw at them, like a challenge that they might need to anticipate, or just something they can prepare themselves for as they go the next step after high school? That's a great question, huh?
It's a great one. I think getting in uncomfortable environments, right? So for that athlete that only believes sports is the thing, do the other thing, right? Whether it's STEM, whether it's customer service, right? Do the other thing that you're not planning on so that if that becomes your reality, you have an easier transition into that.
Right.
Right. I always encourage our athletes to find out internships and employment opportunities. But in that, make your work your pleasure, right? So for me, I love sports. So I'm lucky enough to work in sports full time. So if you are passionate about that sport, okay, try and intern in that field, right? Try and learn about the business side of that sport so that when you're done playing, you can transition into it professionally.
So you got a lot of guys that have like a plan A. I'm going to play in the NBA. I'm going to play in the NFL.
Yep.
I mean, you mentioned internships and things like that. What are some other, you're athletic director. What are some other jobs that you've seen some kids get into?
Yeah, so I encourage a lot of our athletes that have graduated and they're going off to college, come back and work for me, right? So we have ticket takers, we have clock operators, we have announcers, right? We have official hosts, and all they do is host the officials and take them to the playing environment and back to the locker room, right? So get into sports that way, right? And network, like you said earlier, it's not what you know, it's who you know, right? So just learn to make conversations, right? And that conversation hopefully will lead to the opportunity for you. But you got to get outside that comfort zone and be willing to talk to the adult that you don't know. So I try to advocate for them to do those things of being a ticket taker, because while they're waiting to pay, you should be saying, hey, how are you? Are you supporting us or them, right?
I love that, man. I love that. It's networking. It's learning how to communicate. It's learning how to handle challenges. And I love that. I love that. So speaking of challenges, We're on the 9th tee. We're 2 over now, so really we need to eagle this hole. This is a wide open hole, but if you can see right down the middle, I said on the last episode, I think that golf course designers are a little bit sadists, because they put things like trees and sand and water on the course. This hole, if you hit a shot right down the middle, you might end up in the bunker because they put bunkers right in the middle of the fairway.
4 of them, right? Birdie back here on the 9th hole, and pick up a little momentum going into the next episode. So, put this baby out there.
Look at your best hit all of the day.
Ooh.
So if you see the ball here, you got a little challenge because this is the first shot of the day out of the sand, and this is our best shot here on the 9th hole because Dr. Mitchell's ball almost killed somebody over there on the tee. So we just let that baby lie over there, and we'll just never speak of it again. But fairway bunkers are a challenge because now we got a 90-yard shot. We haven't had out of the sand all day, and we do have a wide open shot here with no trees, but this is a challenge. So let's see if one of us can put it on the green and have a putt for birdie. Let's see. That one. Woo! We're walking up to the 9th green here. We're 2 over, and we're looking to stay par here at this point. So we're hoping to end 2 over, but that's all right. We're having a lot of fun out here. Absolutely. When you wrap up your career as athletic director, what do you hope, you look back 10 years from now, 20 years from now, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to remember you for?
Man, number one, I'm a believer, right? So I hope that there are former students and athletes of mine and parents that can say that I was a man of integrity. I hope that will spark them to wonder, was I a believer? And to comfortably say, yes, I was a believer. So I hope, when it's all said and done in 20 years, that I'm remembered as somebody that did it the right way. I'm big on accountability and transparency, so I hope people can say that, one, when he was at fault, he took ownership. 2, he was diligent enough to not always be at fault. And 3, that they just remember me being a good person and treating them right, and always advocating for them. So I think that's more important than being a former coach that won a state or AD that was able to amass how many ever state championships, being able to be remembered about doing the right things.
And that is the human side of education, and that's what our show is all about, man. So we appreciate you.
Man, absolutely.
Yep. All right, let's do it.
20.
We got about 20 yards, I would say. So we're up there close and say par. Love the contact. Love that shot. Beauty. I'm getting it.
See, look, that's everything we needed. Keep scooching.
Breaking back left slightly, play the cup out.
We'll see.
You got it more?
No, I think it's pretty straight. It may drop, like you said, to the left just a touch. Let's try it secrets. That's it. Oh yeah, bro.
The one time I'm not following the ball.
All key row. I'm made. But absolutely. We do it again.
Hey, look, we saved the par on that last hole. That was a tricky one right there. But hey, look, man, like Dr. Mitchell said in one of the shorts, man, you got to make it. You got to figure it out. So we went from the tee to the bunker to the pre-green whatever. I don't even know what it's called, man. And we figured out a way to make par. So that's what we're talking about.
Figure it out. All right, we just finished up 9 holes, 2 over. Not our best effort,
Sorry.
but that's life. That's education.
That's real golf, man.
Real
That's
golf.
real golf.
You go out there, things don't always go your way, but you keep trying, you figure it out, and you learn. And we had a lot of learning today, a lot of fun. But Greg, man, we really, really appreciate you being on the channel. This was fantastic, man. You bring a lot of knowledge and expertise to the game.
Thanks for that.
And so kids out there, man, tap in. Tap in. You got a lot of knowledge and a lot of wealth right there for you. But you got to tap in and go get it. So with that, Dr. No?
Man, we appreciate having you. It was great playing with you. I really appreciate you. A lot of great conversation too, and what a great perspective, man. And I love all the stuff you said about you're leading people, and there's things that are more important than winning and your record and just developing young minds. And I really appreciate that. So hey, look, thanks for having us for being on our show with us.
Go.
We got a little special, one of a kind 9 over par golf ball marker. It's got a slogan on the back there, keep learning and play well. So, man, I hope you enjoyed your time.
Absolutely.
It was a lot of fun. I love that shirt. I'll ask for one of those in return for that.
For sure. Yep.
Like token there.
I got you.
Man, thanks a lot for coming on.
Man, thank you. I appreciate you both.
Yep.
Everybody, stay tuned because this is phenomenal. Like, this is good stuff right here. So shout out to you too.
Thank you, man.
Appreciate that.
So we got episode number 2 here wrapped up in the books. We got three more. Is it 3 or 4?
We'll see where
3 to 5 more episodes coming quickly this season for you. Some more guests with different perspectives and different roles in the education system. But until next time, keep learning.
I'm like, well.